Hello. 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 Good morning. Or morning if you are on the East Coast of the US. Happy Sunday. My name is Alicia Lott. Welcome to my channel. This is my little place to journal and do a little bit of, let's call this like planning, co-working, body doubling time today. So I will be working on setting up my weekly spread in my bullet journal. But if you are looking to write about feelings and stuff, I got you. I have some prompts, and we are going to discuss ways to kind of help you get back into the mood of journaling if you have reached a slump or maybe a plateau in your journaling routine, or if you haven't even started journaling. If you haven't started journaling, welcome. By the way, I do have other videos, pre-recorded videos about how to get started and how to develop your journaling routine. So I just want to first thank you for joining me, and I am going to get myself together here. I'm a little bit discombobulated. I'm going to be honest. I've only had probably not even 3 hours of sleep. I had kind of like the mental zoomies, the ADHD kind of zoomies last night, and I couldn't sleep. So I'm a little bit just kind of floating and out of it. So just bear with me. I'm probably going to have some sort of technical issue as I do every week. So that's okay. I'm so glad. I don't care. I mean, we're here, we're jamming, we're just enjoying our journaling time. I'm glad that we're making this time for ourselves and getting our week started on the right foot. So that is what's most important. So yes, this is my weekly spread from last week. I was not doing a live stream last week. I had some, social stuff I was doing, and so I'm glad to be back. And it was a good week. I'm in Cleveland now, doing a house sit, and my mother and I, we went to Lake Erie on Friday. We ended up going Friday. We wanted to go Saturday, and good thing we did because it ended up raining yesterday. So we walked around on the beach and watched children play in the sand, and it was lovely. And yesterday I just kind of moped around in the rain, and then I couldn't sleep last night. So now I'm just but that's okay. So yes. Anyway, our topic today is journaling when you're not in the mood. Have you ever felt that way? Have you ever felt as though, you maybe have been journaling for a while and everything's just starting to become kind of stale, especially when you reach a good kind of routine, kind of rhythm in your life. And then when you go to sit down to write about it, it's kind of like, wow, I don't really have much to say. It's the same as it was yesterday and the day before that and the day before that. So, when you reach that point, and I have many times in my life, you have to mix it up. You have to find new ways to keep it interesting. It's just like a relationship with a person where, you have to maybe go try new things together or take a class or do whatever. So being here, doing things like this, coming to my live streams or watching videos about journaling is one way to really kind of get yourself pumped up, to put your pen to your paper. There are other ways, such as trying journaling prompts if that's not something you normally do, or maybe trying just different techniques. You could do list making. You could do repetition of, like, if you're not really feeling well about something, you could just say, hey, I'm gonna be okay, I'm gonna be okay, I'm gonna be okay, you're the bomb, you're the best. Affirmation. So like, you are smart, you can handle this, you can do this. Having things like that in your journal. So yeah, there are just different ways that you can spice it up. You can put stickers in your journal. You can use different colors. You can use markers, stamps, things like that. So there are always ways to keep it fresh, even if what you're actually writing about is nothing really special or worthy of publication or anything like that. So I have some journaling prompts. Budgeting Mama is here. Hello, madam. It's so good to see you. Yes. So I have some journaling prompts here for you. I'm going to paste them in the chat, but they are also in the description box underneath this video. So if you don't see them, definitely give that a try, and I'm going to read them out here for you. Okay, so. Hey, what? Why is it saying I can't? Okay, I see what I'm doing. All right, so your first journaling prompt is, hey, nursey geekers. All right, hello, good morning. Hello, upside down wave. Ha 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 ha. All right, so your first prompt is, wait, do I have it? No. I want you to be honest with yourself. What are some of the hangups that are keeping you from journaling? And what I mean by that is maybe you are having a mental block, maybe you are thinking that you have to write in a certain style, or you have to have this big, exciting life in order to have something to write about. So, what is something that is keeping you from journaling? That is something that is a mental block for you. What? So that is our first journaling prompts. And again, these will all be down in the description box. And then I'm going to paste them again here in the chat, just a list of them. All right, our second prompt is, how can you lower your expectations around journaling to be a bit kinder to yourself? So again, we want to journaling, I likened it to a person just a minute ago, but really how I feel about it is it's your home. It is the place you come back to. It is the place where you feel most comfortable, and you can just let it all out. You can be yourself. You can say whatever you want to say. So that is my big philosophy around journaling. It's like, this is your turf. And I would want anyone who journals to feel that they can be kind to themselves here, if nowhere else. So yes, what are some ways you can lower your expectations and just be kind to yourself? If you are expecting yourself to write 3 pages every day, maybe let's try. And that's causing a roadblock for you. Let's try just writing 1 page or maybe a paragraph and see how that feels. It is your place to play. You can do what you want. No one knows, right? This is your place. Okay, so that's number 2. All right, number 3 is, what are 3 new journaling techniques you could try this week? Yes. So, yeah, I mean, it's all about being creative. I'm not much of a drawer. Well, I did my little, look at, yeah. So doing things like this, even though I am kind of the messy minimalist, and I kind of shy away from making things too artistic and too fussy and overly done. I do have moments where it's like, yeah, put some little, put a little flair in it. So, and I have my little sticker here. So yes, when you have that time and you have, when you have time and when you have the energy for it, there are plenty of times I don't feel like doing anything. But when you have the energy and feeling creative, definitely harness that and put it in your journal, and that will kind of reinvigorate things. So what are some different techniques you could try? All right, and number 4, last one, is going to be, it's 20 years from now. And yes, it's 20 years from now, and you're looking through your old notebooks. I hope that you are continuing to journal for the next 20 years. How would you like future you to feel when they see your old journal entries? Yeah, so you're looking at this big box of journals, I hope, knock on wood. How would you like that future person to feel? Would you like them to feel proud? Would you like them to feel kind of accomplished? Would you like them to feel excited, curious, ready to plunge in and see what you wrote years ago? would you like that person to feel? Okay. All right. Let me put this in the chat. Okay. Now I'm going to give you the entire list in the chat. And there we go. Beautiful. All right. So I have that. I don't know if I can. No, that's a little bit too much on the screen. Okay, we could do this. Okay. All right. I hope you can see that. I hope that those help you. And what I'm going to do now. Hola, Nestor. Buenos. ¿En qué hora es? Sí. Buenos días. Sí. Y felicidades a ti. Gracias por venir a mi live stream. ¿Cómo se llama? ¿Cómo se dice live stream? No sé. Hola. Sí. And speaking of that, I am going to be adding practice Spanish to my habit tracker this week in my bullet journal. Gracias por hacerme pensar en esto. Bienvenido. Yes, but these are our journaling prompts. What I'm going to do now is give us some time. Should we? See, I feel like last week I had 25 minutes, and that was probably too much of a stretch. What about, I'm going to try, can I do math? I'm going to try. Again, 3 hours of sleep, y'all. So let's try 10 minutes. 10 minutes of journaling time. And then, en vivo! Gracias. I'm such a dork. I'm sorry. So I'm going to share my timer. I'm going to give you 10 solid minutes of me not talking. And we are going to work on our respective things. I will work on my I can't say what this is, my bullet journal. And then we will, if you are journaling or doing laundry or petting your cat, whatever you want to do for 10 minutes. Okay, bye. How do I start? Okay, look at us having 40 seconds left. Okay, I'm gonna turn this little music down slightly. How did that feel? I hope that that 10 minutes is the start of a lovely journaling session for you, or whatever work you happen to be doing. It may not be journaling, but I'm happy that you're here regardless. And yes, I'm working on my little weekly spread here. Let's see. Wait. Yes. Oh my gosh. Hello. Hello, Miss Toy Prophet Mother. Hi, nice to see you. Yes. Okay, so the week is wait, let me put it like the emoji. Very good. Um, very good. I'm glad to hear it. And yes, let us know in the comments how your week went. I don't know why my voice is now going out. No. Um, so, all right. Weekly spread so far is going well. I don't know if you know this, Prophet Mother. I have only had a few hours of sleep, and I can feel it now. So yes, I am making some changes to the weekly spread. I feel good. I'm removing. Uh, ironically, I am removing trying to make myself go to bed at a certain time because it's just never works. Um, but I have like a kind of a nighttime routine. I'm still working on that. It's very hard to kind of break the momentum of the evening, so it's still a struggle for me. But saying that I'm going to be ready by 9 o'clock p.m. I know is unrealistic for me now. But I did add 15 minutes of Spanish. So I want to try and just increase my level of Spanish and work on that. So what are you guys working on this week? Let me know in the comments what's happening. What are you hoping to accomplish by the end of this week? What are some things that you are looking forward to? And tell me how last week went as well. So that's a lot there. But if you want to leave me an emoji about how last week went, we can just leave it there and we can leave that all behind us if it wasn't a good week. And we will go forward into the new week and just think about our intentions and how we would like to move through that week. Okay. No, I do not. I don't. Oh, no. Miss Prophet Mother, no, I don't have a night. I don't have a real nighttime routine that is set in stone. I try different things and it works for a little bit, and then it something happens and it just falls. So I've been working on that for quite some time, and it's just I think it it's just difficult. I think when you don't have the support of those around you, I'll say that, and when it's very tempting to kind of fall into the peer pressure. So I think that is part of it. But I think also, yeah, I think that I get kind of caught in the momentum of what I'm doing in the evening, whether that's watching television or reading a book or um, yeah, I guess those are the two things that I mostly do in the evenings is either I'm reading or I'm like surfing the internet, something stupid, and it's very difficult to just say, hey, it is 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock and just stop. So that is where I'm at right now. But it's a work in progress. I've gotten better. Last night was not a good night. I could not sleep for anything, and I ended up taking a melatonin pill at like 2 in the morning, and so then I woke up groggy. So that is not good. So let me know how you guys deal with this because look at my face. Um, all right, wait. Oh no. Okay, so no, I've had those weeks where I have not used my weekly spread either, and I feel the pain there. It's like, and then you look down at it, it's like, what? But I made the spread. I should have used it. I don't know. So don't beat yourself up about that. This is a whole new week. Last week is erased. It's gone. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, we're gonna make a new weekly spread. You're gonna add, subtract things, whatever you needed to get rid of. Sometimes you see something and it's just like a mental block, and you just don't use any of it at all. So I know that. I got you. Let's see. Miss Nursing Geek Games. She is aiming to get some walking fit in amongst all of the things in caps. I like this very much. Okay. Oh, see, no sleep. Exactly. And it's like, I don't know why I did it. I was like, I don't know. I think I was just looking at the clock and I was just like, if I don't get sleep right now, then I know I'm going to be up and eventually I'm going to see the sunrise. And um, so I was like, I take these melatonin pills. Actually, I got these at Dollar Tree. So they're actually pretty decent for being from Dollar Tree. And I split them up. I think they're like, what are they, 3 milligrams? And then I cut them into quarters. Like, sounds like such an addict thing to say. I don't know. So I'm really only taking like a quarter of that. So what is 3 divided by 4? Math. So I do that, but that still sometimes is too much, and so I should not. I'm right there. I should not do that after midnight, but it just felt so right in that moment. So yes, sleep podcast. That would be lovely. Okay, I'm gonna try that. Can you recommend a good podcast that I can try actually to get to sleep? Because man, I was up, did all my normal things that I do to try to get myself to sleep. I had a little snack, nothing. Just that happens to me at least once a month, just once a month, where normally I get to sleep okay. Okay, so we have, oh, the comment. I've heard so many things about this app, and I don't know. All right, I'm gonna try this out. Yes, if anyone has any good sleep tips for that one day a month when the mind is just every possible direction. I know this is, common amongst ADHD people, and I'm right there. Ooh, Headspace. Thank you, madam. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Prophet Mother. All right, well, got some good suggestions here. Thank you. All right, y'all. I love it. I love it. So, we are going to continue with our journaling time. Yes, this is my weekly spread. Half of it, I don't even have a quote of the week yet because I don't know if you know this, I just Googled them. They don't just come from my brain, and I forgot to look one up. So I don't have that yet, but I will. And then I'm going to work on this side, which is, so this side is where my to-dos and just like appointments and events and things will be on this set. So, all right, I'm going to give us another 10 minutes. Did 10 minutes feel good to you guys? Yeah, just to have those chunks of time to be able to have quiet and write. Now I'm going to go ahead and give us, all right, 10 minutes. We're going to see how that feels. Yes. Okay. All right. I want you to devote this time to thinking about, okay, that was good. All right. So to devote to thinking about how you would like the next week to go. I feel like a lot of us are still not stuck, but thinking about how last week went. And now last week is dead to us. We're going to go forward. All right. What is that? Okay, okay. How are we feeling after that 10 minutes? Let's go ahead and I'm going to turn this music down just a little bit. There we go. Oh, okay. So I hope that gave you a little more progress, a little more clarity in what's going on for the week ahead. Yes. All right. There were some comments that I didn't get a chance to look at here. Oh my goodness. All right. What do we have here? Ah, I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. Yes, we were talking about apps to help one fall asleep, which I will be trying in the coming week. Definitely, or at least the next time that I have that situation where I just can't keep my eyes shut for anything. All right, and we have Miss Lizanne. She just posted about her journal entry earlier this morning. Posted. Is this okay, Facebook? All right, I got you. So let's be on the lookout for this. And thank you, madam, for signing up for my newsletter, which I don't talk about nearly enough. Yeah, so I what, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, I started a newsletter. So I write a little essay and then just go into some of the events or live streams or things that I have coming up. So thank you very much, Lizette, for subscribing. There should be a link down in the description box if you would like to subscribe. It's just like my little thoughts and things going on in the world. It's developing. It's growing. Actually, I'm going to put a link here as well. Definitely check that out, and I will have another edition of that tomorrow. So thank you for mentioning that. And then, yes, I was struggling to find my ruler, and I keep moving my things and taking them downstairs. I'm in the attic right now. I keep taking them like different places in the house, and that's a recipe for disaster. Don't do that. So then I have a live stream. I can't find my stuff. Um, and then we have Miss Deborah. Hello, madam. Good morning. Happy Sunday to you. I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad all of you are here. And yes, I just hope the day is going well for you so far. So yes, I have more or less finished my weekly spread. I did not read you guys though. My intention of the week. Oh, all right, can I read? Ah, So I intend to keep my journal as my home base and comfort zone as I deal with logistical ups and downs. I am capable and determined to get through this week relatively smoothly. So, yes, I am currently house sitting in Cleveland. Tuesday is my last day. I will be hightailing it back to Cincinnati, Ohio, which is Google says it's 3 hours away, but I feel like it's more than that. So yeah, it's just getting back, and then I start another house sit in Cincinnati, and I'll be there for approximately 2 weeks. So yeah, just a lot of stuff going on. Gotta pack, like pack, please, like actually do it, because I haven't started on that. That is the goal for this week. So the next live stream, I will be in a different location. Isn't that exciting? Um, so I'm like really trying to make myself prepare for that. And our quote of the week is that I just found, and I hope it is accurate. I hope this person actually did say this. Um, Writing is like breathing. It's possible to learn to do it well, but the point is to do it no matter what. I can read that for some reason. Julia Cameron, who wrote The Artist's Way, who talks about writing 3 pages every day, morning pages. Does anyone do that, by the way? I tried it for about a week and I couldn't quite get there long term. Like it was just a lot. But yes, I understand it is a good practice though. Basically, you take, you just write 3 pages, just whatever comes to your mind every morning. And her advice is to not keep what you wrote. So you either throw it away or you burn it or whatever. And that just hurts my heart. I think that was the part that really just stuck with me. I could not. So yes, but if you've tried it, let me know. Let me know. I'm sure it is very useful to be able to just dump everything out like that, and just start the morning on a clean slate. I think that would be, especially for creatives. I do feel that that would be very useful. Anyway, I'm saying a lot. How are we feeling? We have. Let's do. I can do probably another 5 minutes on this, and I think we can journal a little bit for another 5 minutes. How does that sound? Ha ha ha. All right. Oh, can I do 7? Yes, I can. 7 minutes. Random. We're going to have 7 minutes of quiet time to give us another chance to feel good for the coming week and get the rest of our planning, our yayas out. All right. Thank you for being here and for enjoying those last few moments of quiet, of solitude. I'm glad that we have this space together to, yeah, just to chat and just hang out and connect and get our stuff done. So, yeah, I was just going through a little bit of planning here, just getting the rest of my to dos and everything organized. I keep using my correction. I'm gonna take naps so hard this afternoon because I can tell I am just my mind is floating elsewhere, out in space like a balloon. So here I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. But yes, I hope that was helpful for you all. All right, how do I turn this off? Here we go. Okay, so yes, all right, we are back. Let me turn this off as well. But yes, I wanted to make sure that I left myself plenty of time to pack, going into a new city, going back home, actually, going to Cincinnati. And packing is not, it is one of my favorite things once I get into it. I used to be a flight attendant. I like to roll my luggage and try to shove everything into one bag. That does give me joy. But the actual getting started, which, for a lot of chores, I think a lot of us feel that way. Once we get started and actually get into the process of doing the thing, then it's it can be fun. Put on some music, whatever. So I'm going to try and get myself into that mindset this evening. And then I actually made a mistake. But I want to tell you that this coming Wednesday, not Thursday, I have a journaling session coming up. So if you are an email subscriber, then you will get the Zoom link. So please check out this link that I have in the chat and you will receive a Zoom link. It is just a very casual half-hour journaling session. I will give you some prompts. It'll be very similar to this, only you won't have to look at my weekly spread. But it'll be more feelings focused journaling, and I will give you some prompts, and it's just a nice little kind of midday refresh. So I hope you will join me for that. Definitely, you can use the link that's in the chat, or the link is also in the description box. So once you subscribe, then 2 hours prior to the session, I will give you the link. So that's going to be Wednesday, July, or June 18th. Well, at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Okay, so I hope you will be able to join me for that. And then, what else is going on? Yeah, Tuesday, I'm going to be going back to Cincinnati. Friday, I got to. This is another thing that I'm doing as a traveling person now. I'm really focused on building routines for myself as I move to different places. And if you are someone who is perhaps a person who needs routines, I won't necessarily say an ADHD person, but a person who needs routines but runs away from them like you stole something from them, then perhaps you should think about setting a time and building a routine for yourself, especially if you know you're going to be in new physical environments. That is very helpful because it will the physical environment is going to change. No matter what you do, it's going to change your routine. And I've found that house sitting, I love it. And sometimes that causes me to just completely destroy my routine. And it takes days and days, or even up to the end of the house sit, to realize that, what am I doing? So this time I'm trying not to be that way. So yes, I want to set aside a time and say, okay, at this moment, not necessarily when I first get there, but yes, like when I wake up in the morning, I want to feed the animals, whatever it is. This time it'll be a cat. So I need to feed her, get her medications, or at least last time I was there, she was taking medications. I got to check on that. Get that, make sure she's taken care of, get my coffee, get my breakfast, all of that. write, do all my morning writing stuff. You know what I mean? So I want to make sure that that is all laid out on paper, ready to go for the next Monday, and then I will start there. Does that make sense? You got me. Anyway, all right. I'm talking a lot. I hope you all are having a wonderful Sunday so far. We're just getting it done. We're going to make it through this week. We are going to think about this as being our home and our comfort zone as we go through whatever hard times we have. We can write it down in here, and it does help. It does make us feel better, or at least it does for me. I hope it does for you. All right, I'm talking. Oh, shut up. All right, we are at the end of our time. It has been wonderful as always, and I thank you all for joining me and for putting up with all of my sleepy craziness. I hope you have a good Sunday. I'm giving you all a hug. Oh, okay. Upside down, wave goodbye. Bye. Thank you. Have a good week. Power through. Oh.